Hey everyone, this is my reaction to the second episode of Shichisei no Subaru. And in the last episode, we were introduced to our world, our characters, this game, and very hardcore game that it was. And our characters had lost one of their members in the raid battle. She died in the game, and when she died in the game, she died in real life. And the game got suspended for a while because of that. And eventually, Subaru, well, no, Subaru's not a character. Subaru was the name of the group. Our main guy, whatever his name was, he got pulled back into like the spin-off sequel thing of the game by some people who needed another person, and he found the girl in the game that supposedly died, and now many questions are on his mind, I'm sure, as well as on our minds, so let's see how things pan out from here. 3, 2, 1, play. Sure, Animerico. But yeah, it's always nice when you find your dead childhood friend in a box. Well, not always, but in this case. Haruto, that's his name, okay. I think the real question is why you're sitting in there. You should at least hug her if you're that, you know. If you're happy to see her, you should definitely hug her. She clearly knows who you are, so I think it's safe to say she's Asahi. I'm curious what the deal is with her. Has she been in that box that whole time? In which case, she'd probably be really happy that somebody finally let her out. Because let's forget for a minute the explanation for why she's in this game. I want to know why she was specifically in that box. Because that's a whole other set of answers. But yeah, really driving home the passage of time theme with this opening. Yeah, I do assume his old guild members will, like, reassemble. Yeah, that almost had a VR headset. Anyway, because I do think we'll get them all back at some point in the story, probably one at a time. Which would be a cool way to handle having a lot of characters, like just have them all shown in the beginning of the series, and then have them all do their own thing and then come back. That way you get a little bit of tastes of everyone and the group dynamic as a whole, but aren't overwhelmed by having to remember all these characters right away, and just kind of bring them back. So that's actually a way I would really like to have the characters dealt with. Because they are prominent in the opening, so I'm sure they're coming back. Untold feelings. Yeah, that's what you guys care about. You weren't just reunited with your childhood friend that died 6 years ago. Seriously, dude, that outfit is horrible. Like, seriously, what is with the frickin' sunglasses? Throw them away, please. Burn them. It's law in his mind, okay? Okay, that's his conclusion. I get the feeling she's still mentally a child. Because my theory is that she was just sealed away throughout those 6 years and hasn't aged mentally at all. It's hard to say because sometimes anime girls do act very childish in general, so. That's the only reason why I would think she would be acting the way she is. Like nothing's wrong, like they've always been together. I don't think that's true. Okay, that confirms that. Because she has been time stopped that entire time. Okay. That answers a lot. Yeah, let's go to a pool again together right now. Of course, Haruto wouldn't remember that very well at all. So yeah, Haruto's in a very awkward position right now. Uh, Hopefully Haruto doesn't get mad at her because she hasn't done anything wrong. 2018? Yeah. uh, and then she realizes, yep, July 26th. I mean, it's not quite that in real life, but fairly close. It's not a bug, and I don't think you can even log out. We're going full SAO now. Because you have nothing to log out to. Yes, no. I feel like all the questions in Japanese with a yes and no are just English. I've never understood that. Because she's literally the girl that you left 6 years ago. She's no different. You've changed a lot, but she has not. Your account is not registered. Does that mean we can't be friends in the game? You know, now it makes a bit more sense why they did that whole aging up thing with the avatars. Because it now matches, like, closer to the age they are in real life for the bulk of the series. Yeah, I figured that's the reaction we would get. It's such a weird situation. Who are you guys? Well, of course she would remember. Wow. Get wrecked. Yeah, I'm sure he's leveled a lot in 6 years. I really do like Asahi though. No. Of course everybody wants Asahi. Yeah, it's not really a thing anymore. No. I don't want her to go with these guys though. Rather than just, rebuild Subaru. Maybe have Subaru 2.0. I don't think it'll be quite like before. They've leveled up, whereas Haruto has not really. He stopped playing. You probably should get help from her. You kind of need it. And there's her power. Duck. Yes, I'm glad she's helping. Yes, you knew that. Of course, you couldn't really have a game mechanic like that in a real game. Maybe with an NPC, but not with a real person. Somebody holds a grudge. I'm tempted to have a drinking game where you take a shot every time someone says 6 years. Well, that's not gonna happen. I'd probably drop the anime if he did. Here we go. We got a Subaru member. I remember him. I've got my reinforcements. Divinity sense. Illuminati confirmed. Yeah, get wrecked. He's obviously played the game more than Haruto has. I'd still prefer he had them, though. I don't need to see that. I'm glad to know this game has dress break mechanics in it. So how do you feel about, I mean, he's acting like rumors have been spreading, but they just left the thing, didn't they? Maybe more time passed than I thought. Yes, Haruto looked away as she said that. Well, I mean, it did kind of fall behind. I hope that's what I was referring to. Well, yeah, in a game. Of course you don't. Well, I should hope you wouldn't say that, because I would assume you've grown up a little bit since then, but maybe not. You tell him. Yeah, I'm curious what Haruto's gonna end up doing here. Though we just have to make Subaru 2.0, which may or may not include Takanori. Exactly, you tell him, Asahi. If anyone can bring them back together, it would be Asahi. Not gonna be easy, though. There's one of them, I think. Nice little mid card. Yes. She's pretty much exactly how she was before, so... How is she amazing? Now I'm curious. Oh, I assume you mean the chest. Or the cuteness. One of the two. So why is Satsuki here? Yeah, but I assume we haven't spoken in a long time. Or maybe the amazing was just referring to the fact that she's actually here for once. Give the scissor again. Really driving home that point home that they were childhood friends. And that Haruto hasn't moved. Does everyone understand? Well, he thought so as well. Okay, so it seems like everybody but him is still playing. I bet. Don't you hate when that happens? You know, our dead childhood friend. You have one of those in the game too. Oh, you're kind of overdoing it. Well, yeah. Yeah, she's just gonna be in the game like forever. 130. Because it's basically like a little SAO for her. She's like, in the game forever. Everybody else can leave, but she can't. I feel like you will. It doesn't really work that way. I do think it would be cool if Haruto would stop trying to run away from everything, but... Man, she is so cute. What? To make sweet love to her in his room? Already gone. Poor little sister. It's not really any concern of yours. Link, start. Ooh, very pretty scenery. There she is. Your childhood friend I'm sure you've missed the past 6 years. I still think the weirdest aspect of the show is going to be the fact that she is mentally much younger than her friends. That's because literally everybody else has, although some grudges haven't been dealt with. uh. That would be a bit hard to accept, but you gotta be a little suspicious why you can't leave the game. Dying. It's not often you get to tell someone that you went to their funeral. Because it's true. Yeah, that really would be a difficult situation. A very cute bug. But yeah, I can understand not wanting to get your hopes up for this. So I totally get where Sasuke's coming from. Because they don't really know anything about this, so you wouldn't really know how excited you should get. This looks oddly familiar. Of course, everybody's only cares about Asahi. Oh, here we go. Break out the whip. Oh yeah, she was the elemental girl, wasn't she? Yeah, she's a queen alright with that whip. Man, she really becomes a whole other person when she gets like this. Oh. I don't think you're that apologetic. All the elements. I do kind of want to play this game. Kind of. Very fun spells. Good job. Yes, I can see. She does. Then why did you choose it? Yeah, apparently we'll just get randomly attacked all the time. Man, poor Asahi, man. She just... Everybody's after her. uh... Well then. I'll murder you. That's a threat. Seriously, leave Asahi alone. Yeah, somebody's obviously doing this if everyone and their mother knows Asahi's back. Oh no, that's bad. At least that's not gone. Too bad he did not. Yeah, because she likes you. What are you doing? Mine now. Let me see it so I can confirm whether or not it's actually mine. Oh. A shadow? A silhouette? A cute girl, that was my third guess. I wouldn't blame you for assuming that. Everybody seems to be. Alicia. That's a yes. They're also really cute. Well, yeah. She's a special case. Of course there are. But that's the scariest thing for him to do. But yeah, I think it's gonna be difficult if everyone is after Asahi. Like, getting anything done will be a challenge, and here we get to see the ED for the first time. Is it just gonna be entirely Asahi, and in the end, I'd be okay with that. Oh, those are just shoes. I thought, like, why is her legs there and she there? But no, that was just shoes. I'm an idiot. Oh, nice. Okay, Alice in Wonderland. I guess she's just that bored because nobody's in the game 24/7 like she is. And I guess it really is just her in the end. That's the ED. Off with the shoes again. So lonely. If we didn't have dimensions separating us, I would go in there and hang out with you. That's the question. She's probably just some kind of remnant of Asahi, a memory. Wow. So that was the second episode of Shichisei no Subaru. And we started off where we left off with the whole discovering his dead childhood friend in a box thing. and she's pretty much exactly as she was when they left. It's pretty much, it seems like what it was, at least from her perspective, is as soon as she died in the game, she just probably fell asleep, sort of, and then suddenly woke up in that box when Haruto opened it. Like, it was probably just a very long dream, essentially, for her. And she has, like, those 6 years, everybody else just didn't exist, basically. She's kind of like a time capsule, I guess you could say. Maybe that's why she was in a box, to make it really symbolic of a time capsule. But basically, yeah, she's exactly as she was back then. Things that were a distant memory for them are things that just happened yesterday for her, like they demonstrated with the whole pool thing with Satsuki. And yeah, now he's trying to explain to her exactly what the deal is, that she died and that they went to her funeral, and that is very weird seeing her alive in this game, and she had some difficulty accepting that, as she naturally would. He's trying to tell her, hey, this is not the year you think it is. Like, don't be silly, of course it is. It's right. Oh, it says, huh, that's weird. Well, maybe I should log out and fix it. Oh, I can't do that. What's going on here? So yeah, at the very least, she knows something's wrong. I don't think she's, even at the end of the episode, I don't think she's fully accepted the reality of the situation quite yet, but, you know, I think it's only a matter of time. She is understanding that certain things are the case, like the fact that Subaru is no longer a thing. You know, Takanori and Satsuki, they're not really close with Haruto anymore. They all kind of went their separate ways. I think most of them still play the game, but I don't think they're a part of a guild together anymore. So yeah, I think Haruto is the one that actually quit the game full on, at least it seems like it. Because we've already seen Takanori and Satsuki, who very much are still in the game. They're still very powerful and well known, whereas Haruto is not really. He's definitely not as strong as he was before. I mean, we haven't really been given any power levels or anything, so it's hard to say exactly how wide the gap is, but he's not at their level, that's for sure. We did learn that apparently a lot of people are after Asahi. They value her sense a lot. Like, apparently it's very, very special. Like, it's even different from the empathy sense, whatever they called it there. The mind reading thing. It's different than that. It's like a special thing in its own category, which is why everybody wants it. So everybody's trying to get it. Now, Haruto isn't really in a position to defend Asahi all that well, so both times that she needed to be defended, basically a different member of Subaru had to be there to save the day. At first it was Takanori, then it was Satsuki, but yes, Asahi must be protected. So obviously word is getting out somehow that Asahi is in the game. So apparently if somebody's spreading rumors about that, they straight up acknowledge that fact. So we'll probably get more into that maybe next episode. Takanori still very much holds a grudge against Haruto. Apparently he hasn't grown up at all in those 6 years, at least in that regard. Which is, you know, unfortunate, but, you know, oh well, I'm sure he'll eventually get over it. Asahi might have to help a lot with that. On a more lighthearted note, we did have Satsuki actually show up at Haruto's house out of the blue. I do think that was a bit sudden, like, it couldn't have been coincidence, so there's obviously some reasoning for that, and we found out that was because she did see Haruto in the game in front of the inn. Was not able to talk to him in real life, was not able to talk to him in the game, so she decided to come over to his place in real life and have a bit of a chat. Which the little sister seemed to be more excited than Haruto about this, oddly enough, even though she's friends with Haruto and not her. But again, how old is the little sister? Because I don't think she's been over for 6 years, and I think that would be a long time for Haruto's sister, so I don't know how well she would even know Satsuki. So I don't know. It was weird to me that she was excited as she was. She might have been excited to have a girl come over to her brother's room in general. Just an exciting event. But I don't know. In any case, it was cool that she was, you know, it's cool that not everyone is holding a huge grudge against Haruto and actually understands that it was just, you know, an accident. It's just the reality of gaming. Sometimes things go wrong. Sometimes somebody dies. Of course, usually it doesn't kill them in real life, but still, holding a grudge for Haruto for that long is just ridiculous. What really annoyed me is how Takanori said it. He presented that, basically saying, like, no, this isn't my opinion. It's just an objective fact that you killed her, so just don't make me have to say that objective fact. He's like, no, that's your opinion. Just F off. It's kind of my reaction to him, just like, what an asshole. Anyway, back to Satsuki in the room. So, yeah, Satsuki was obviously pretty surprised to see Haruto in the game because he did quit for several years, but he was kind of pulled back into it. He doesn't really want to do this anymore, but, you know, he is slowly but surely getting back into it from his friends and stuff, encouraging him, like Satsuki and Asahi. Like, I think it's going to be a bit harder for him to stay away from the game now. Now that, well, for one thing, the only way he can see his old childhood friend is in the game itself, so he's not going to just stop logging into it, unless he wants to wash his hands of Asahi in general, which I don't think is the case. I do think he wants to continue to spend time with her, and it has to be done in the game, so And I also think it's only a matter of time before Subaru is rebuilt and everyone just comes back together. I do think that's the thing that's going to happen. Now, when we went back into the game, the meeting between Satsuki and Asahina was interesting because we got to see a bit of a different perspective on the situation. To where my biggest takeaway from that was the fact that, yeah, we don't know exactly what's going on with Asahina, why she's here. We don't know if this is a temporary thing, a permanent thing, you know, what the deal is. So she doesn't really want to get too excited to have her childhood friend back just to have her be gone. Because the fact that she did go to the funeral of her and visit the grave and all that, and then she's right here, that's really hard to know what to do with your feelings, especially, which is even more complicated when, like I said, you don't know if this is a permanent or a temporary thing. You probably will disappear completely if she dies in the game again. So, and because she has died once before, and once before has been like thrown away, removed from their lives, they're probably going to be even more paranoid about that happening this time than they were before, because we don't want to lose her a second time, basically. So that's a big thing. And we also led into our second scene of people going after Asahina, and this time we got to see Satsuki take care of it with her queen whip and all that, and her amazing elemental magic, and that was just really awesome seeing, like, she almost, it's like she flips a switch, goes into full sadist mode, you know, queen mode, and basically just destroys them all. That was really cool to see. I definitely love her when she goes into that mode. Good stuff. And yeah, the only thing really left after that was basically some stuff with Takanori defending Asahina and them going back to their old hideout, seeing what's left. Asahina learning that she lost a lot of her items, and reminiscing a bit about stuff like the one ring that Haruto didn't wear when Satsuki wanted him to, and him not really getting what that was about, really. And all that, you know, usual dense protagonist, that's just a thing. And then that final scene with Haruto talking to what was her name? I don't remember her name. But she was talking about the empath sense and how what Asahina has is not really the same thing. It's something special, how everyone wants it, and pretty much all that sort of thing. And that he needs to be careful because, yeah, a lot of the guild are talking about this, and it's gonna be a big thing. The best thing they could do to defend Asahina would be to get, like I said, get Subaru back together, have Subaru 2.0, maybe give it a more creative name, and all that. So hopefully they end up doing that, and we can have fun in the game together as friends, and we could let bygones be bygones, shake hands, you know, bury the hatchet, all that good stuff, and yeah, just enjoy our friendship, I guess. Anyway, yeah. Thank you for watching, and thank you Cnouki, as well as everyone else, for doing what you can to support the channel. It means a lot to me, and I hope we can continue to grow the channel together. If you want to do more to support the channel, then you can become a patron on my Patreon and get cool rewards like early access to certain videos. Have a good one.